Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koleyoshi1907, and unfortunately, you are not watching Breath of the Wild. Instead, we're back in Hyperspace Simulator, the video game. Okay, I'm joking. It's my 100% blind playthrough of Pokémon Legends Z-A, for Nintendo Switch 2. Where in the last video, we finally managed to take out the Hyperspace storyline. The full storyline of the main DLC has now been conquered, only for us to find out that we now have this new special scan feature to suddenly unlock to get her secret stuff, and I think this is how we get our other secret encounters, I imagine. This is probably important, so yeah, just like we did before, we're gonna be back in the Hyperspace Simulator once again. So, boy, this is not gonna be fun, but yeah, thankfully we did make quite a few donuts coming into this time, so we're gonna start here, because this one has some wild Pokemon we still need to meet. Thankfully, once we start meeting enough of the wild Pokemon, we can kind of balance doing 4-star ones for the 4-star berries, and 5-star Hyperspace space arenas for everything else. Okay, this doesn't really give us much Pokemon, so we're probably gonna catch every last one of them first. Looks like they're weak against Fairy type. Oh wait, they always... Oh, what in the world? They had a friend who just kind of traded. Oh yeah, right, we can just go behind the wall. I kind of forgot that this is still here. Okay, we got both Mastiff and Mavosstiff, but we still need to get more of these guys down. We can wish now to heal up if we want. I don't feel like doing it. We have so many healing items already anyway. From when we did all that money grinding earlier in the game. So, yeah, I think we should be fine just doing this. My apologies. Summer now, which means there's a lot of freaking dust in the air, which means allergy season has started. So if you hear me cough or sneeze, that's probably why. Anyway, let's keep taking out some of these Pokemon. Since it's been a while, we'll get a little bit of everything, just in case we need to, like, reload Pokemon for different stats, but beyond that, we already have an Absol, so we just kind of defeated them just so we don't have to worry about them getting in our way later. Beyond that, I think we actually got quite lucky that this zone is just the sewers again. That means it's small and tight and easy to figure out where things are. Except for this ball we, missed because it was back at the start. Oh well. Looks like this one's not gonna last long. Since we are going to be using stronger donuts, it's probably very important that we just go in to get as many Pokemon as we can, or get the specific Pokemon and the berries that we need. Then once all the items go away, we should just leave. So, later on, these won't actually last as long as you think. The real long part will be when we start battling the Rogue Megas again, because again, this game starts to get really tedious towards the end. Between Hyperspace Simulator and now Rogue Mega Simulator. Seems like we're going to be doing a lot of that a lot. Still, why did they make you do this? They should just have unlocked this from the very beginning. This much grinding is unnecessary, so of course we're going to end up doing this off camera. Might take a break from it. I'm not sure if I want to do more or not. I'm actually contemplating now whether or not to just jump straight into Breath of the Wild or other stuff. The main reason I did this because I wanted people to say that I at least beat the main storyline in the DLC. That thing I wanted to make sure I focus on first, but now, I'm not so sure. Who is this? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to say before each of these, because some of them we're still not aware. For some reason, it still doesn't show the shadow, by the way. So you kind of have to guess what mega it is. So, anyway, where's the blue dot? This is what we're going to actually use here. Actually, maybe the big hull power we can also use in a wild zone. We'll just try this one. Does it really matter in the end? The only one that's really going to help us if it's yellow, and we didn't even get the right donut for it anyway. Actually, no wait, we had Mega Power Conservation for earlier. Oh, actually, I'm going to save that. I'll save that for a DLC mission that involves doing a single Pokemon battle if it's Mega. But for these, we're just going to do whatever 5-star donut we have to pick up. Okay, this is Frostlass, someone we haven't faced in a while, so yeah. Thankfully, she's simple. It's ice, but we can use fighting types, so either we use Extra Drill for steel type moves, or we use and for rock type moves, or we use our fire. I think Extra Drill might actually be better in the long run, because then we can use our new strategy. If you're wondering why I even got Swords Dance, it's for these battles, so we can do even more damage during them. I think if we want to actually, like, start getting through them fast enough, we need to start making sure we do that. And by the way, yeah, these are harder than normal, because normally in the storyline you had multiple friends to help you out. In the main line, you are by yourself. So we need to get used to these fights, and our friend Gardevoir will actually be very important to the point where if we want to actually heal, instead of doing the normal strategy, this does take a bit to get used to, but we'll have to pop to him, use Wish, switch to the Pokemon we actually want to use, and then while this animation's going off, and other things are going off, we wait. Okay, now she's gonna charge a big beam and hit us. We need to be behind here. Okay, good. Since we just Mega Evolved, we're gonna have to quickly use Swords Dance before using Iron Head and Side. Besides, is a slower move. I want to use that first, though. Actually, that one's so slow. It might be better to just use Iron Head and Drill Run. More damage per second. Yeah, now we're mostly using Iron Head, because it's obviously super effective against this Pokemon. So we want to use that whenever we can. I'm not sure what happened, but we lost Swords Dance, so let's quickly use that again. Oh, perfect. We got the conservation back a bit, which helps out a bit. Alright, already on to phase 2. We took a nice chunk of her health just before she teleported out. Now we'll do the same thing as last time, set up a move with Gardevoir to heal up. So this is what we're gonna need to do a lot in the actual main battle. We probably won't want to do this when a big boss is out, but we want to at least switch out. And now it's time to hide for a minute or two. I think if our Pokemon hides with us, it'll also be fine. And actually use Emboar for a bit. If we were to run Emboar, we'd probably want to use Bulk Up Flame Wheel. For the extra defensive damage, but otherwise we're mostly using Flame Wheel. My goodness, this Frostlass keeps teleporting. She won't stop. It's kind of annoying, actually. We had like at least 2 attacks missed just because he kept on teleporting. Alright. But when she goes into the mill, I know that she's doing some kind of move. Because we're so close, we could probably just do this to take her out. Just need to be somewhat careful. But I mean, just take her out fast. Alright. Done just like that. Anyways, get used to that, because there's actually another battle that... Oh. Wait, I thought it was 100k. Never mind, this is simpler. It's only 25k. It's only 25k now. That is way more manageable. We can actually get that done in just 2 hyperspace stuff. So, new plan. If we don't see any more wild Pokemon, we're gonna rotate right to another Hyper Megas. I'm joking, by the way. I don't want to get too bored after all. So yeah, we could do definitely some Hyperspace Zone stuff, but to be fair, a new bonus thing got unlocked. We have to do the Hyperspace surveys again, and guess what we still have not done yet? The side missions. They also give points, so yeah, let's do that. Let's do a side mission instead. That'll probably be a little bit cooler to watch. And awesome at the same time, because this game is sort of, well, when you're actually doing the cool stuff, it's awesome. Alright, well, beyond that, we need to first find the darn thing. Once we find a side mission, we're doing this. Because really, the next interesting part of the game now is having to do all the unique side missions now. I think this is probably the most interesting part of the game. Some of these offer very unique challenges, and while I did say they were frustrating at times, that's only if you're a blind playthrough like me and don't know what to do. Once you know what to do, they're actually quite interesting, especially your first time. Of course, once you know what to do, anything can get kind of boring sometimes, but hey, it's fine. Oh, great. We can't even go up there. So how in the heck do we get over here? This is my least favorite part, trying to figure out where the frick we're supposed to go on these ladders just to access this, man. I kind of know for a fact we have to go on one of these spots, but I always forget where I'm specifically supposed to go in here. I think just either here or someone else that has a spot where you can get up will do. Let's try this first. If this doesn't work, we'll have to go up somewhere else, I guess. Okay, then. Guess we have to do this scaffolding curse again just to get back up here, huh? I will say the movement is quite unique and pretty cool, but it's a little tedious sometimes just trying to figure out where to go at first. I know I'm definitely still not the best with this, but it seems at least we caught on somewhat quickly. Still, kind of tedious that they make you do all this just to jump across the map just to get to some of these. I don't know about you, I kind of just wish every game was easy to get to in this game, but I guess that wouldn't make it interesting, though, would it? It is what it is. Since we took so long to get here, though, we should probably save just in case we actually fail. If we fail more than a couple times and it comes out, we're probably going to want to retreat. Because keep in mind, we did have a fail a couple of times before. The stone, the area which we got Crab Bomble, that one was way harder than everything else, actually. To think it, there were 2 Mega Crab Bombles we had to fight. Not fully rogue Mega, but 2 big Crab Bombles we had to fight. All at the same time. That is not legit. We had to face both of them. At once. That was probably the most unfair. Fair story. Even for me. I think these later ones won't be as bad, because, like, by now you'll have much more powerful donuts now. But back then, we still didn't really know how to make properly. Not to mention, we still didn't have a lot of stuff done. So because of that, just based off of the matchup, it was just really hard. Oh, wow. I'm so lazy. In fact, I'm so... I actually don't know if I saved. I'm just gonna freaking do this. I was about to say I'm so lazy. I'm just gonna completely reset the game just so I don't have to do this stupid jump again, but... it's fine. Alright. Well, in that case, let's not be an idiot and actually just enter this. So... I don't think this is the other one yet. It's not until later that I get to it that I'll be fine, and we may even be able to use a lower level door in some of these. I don't know. Let's try this one. Let's try this other blue one, and then the other one that we have for now. Anyways, as you can see, do you notice that I'm quite bored of doing anything that isn't a side mission now? So of course we're gonna go ahead and do a side mission instead. Ooh, this is different. It's just 2 humans. That's very weird. Yoshi. We got many different Pokemon on your journey. But are you familiar with this Pokemon? Nope. This is Latios. This is Latias. It's highly intelligent and understands human speech. And this one's also highly intelligent and understands human speech. It can also use telepathy to detect the vocations it cares for and to sense their emotions. And I get it, you're twins. You say the same thing, but can we not? We'd like to request a battle with you. Both of them. Ooh. This is interesting, actually. Wait, we have to face both of them at the same time? Oh, this could get rough. Well, I'm ready as I ever will be. They're dragon, right? Or at least flying. I think they might just be flying, actually, though. In that case, who knows what we should use? I think steel type at least guards against them, though. Depends, though. Still, though, looks like we're gonna have to face both of them at the same time. Oh, boy. And they're both Mega Evolving, supposedly, too. It's like, yeah. Oh, so we just face both of them at once. Okay, well, this is gonna be quite annoying to deal with. We have heals for a reason. We're gonna try and use them, but beyond that, I think we need to just be quick. Okay, looks like our dodge strategy didn't work, but does it really matter? As long as we took out one of them, that was what was important. Oh, they are dragon. Okay, so we can do the same strategies we did before, okay. But I guess it didn't matter. They have really low health for some reason. So yeah, that was an impressive victory. They both say the same thing, too. Okay, well, that was scary, but that wasn't as bad. It was 2-on-1, but it seemed like they didn't have as much health. Maybe they were weaker than I thought. I think they were 200. Maybe they just don't have that much defense. Because it seems like we were able to destroy them really quickly, even though they were Mega. Anyways, marvelous. Please, take this Mega Stone. Full adios. Marvelous. Please take this Mega Stone for Latias. I hope we meet again somewhere sometime. Alright. You know what's annoying? We don't actually get these Pokemon, but we do get the stone for them, which means that's another task done. And oh yeah, just like that. That was enough to complete our hyperspace survey, just like that. Well, looks like I picked the right thing to do. Obviously, I still wanted to do the Mega Encounter. It's just, it's nice we get to do something else too. Your hard work is much appreciated. You've gathered enough data to fulfill the boss's request now. Please come to Mr. Corbel's office immediately. Alright. Well, I think we're at the right area now. So what exactly is this for, and why do we have to do more hyperspace surveys just to get this done? That's what I want to know. Good work out there. Let me flood that data you gathered into the system. Okay. What did that do? Alright, now we're finally ready to make something happen. What are you waiting for? Run a special scan and see if you can find a rare hyperspace distortion, huh? Please talk to me when you're ready to use the special scan system, huh? Alright. We'll set our save here, just so we can check what this is. Do you want me to run a special scan? Well, sure. Let's get scanning. I understood. Performing special scan now. If you've earned enough points for completing a survey, you'll be able to pay a special scan for a hyperspace distortion with a 5-star rank. Found like a special scan will stay open until you enter it, but if you form another special scan, the one you previously located will disappear, huh? Oh, you spawn. We literally spawned a hyperspace wild zone with a higher level, and oh, I guess we do need these to get the stuff we need, huh? Excellent. These pockets of hyperspace Luminose are so elusive, we can't find them without the scan, so there's a good chance you'll find some special Pokemon there. Hey, though, you'll have to gather fresh data for each special scan you run. It's a lot of work, but hey, it's you we're talking about. I know you're up to the challenge. Alright. Well, that explains why we still get to do the hyperspace survey stuff. So now instead of just doing it for a storyline, we use the excess data to slowly special scan one at a time. So now in addition to doing the other stuff, we have to occasionally do special scans of zones. So I guess it makes sense to do this next, since we just unlocked it. And yeah, and it's also a 5-star wild zone. So that's how you do 5-star wild zones. They might actually also be 5-star battle zones. I don't know, but so far it looks like they're gonna be probably just 5-star wild zones. But we'll see as we go through the game. Alright, probably better to save here just in case we, you know, mess up. Oh my gosh, stop coughing, man. I hate when that happens. Alright. Let's try that again. Treasure +2. We're saving that for the big side mission, though. It's still not come yet. Alright, let's do this one instead. This is a wild zone, so we should use the other units that we prepared. Alright, so I guess this is the new mechanic now. We get extra long hyperspace and stuff that are basically like hard mode hyperspace zones now with level 200 Pokemon now. Oh boy. Not to mention we have all these spin glowfish to worry about. I probably should have let her stay in there. Some of these later battles, especially these later zones, could get rough to the point where we may have to revive quite a bit if we don't know what's happening. I should have realized she's moon type, so even though she's psychic, she's also fairy type, so that doesn't actually work well. Excadrill would have probably been a better choice. Oh my gosh. I want to find my revive item, but for some reason I can't find it. There. We have so many max revives, we'll just use one here. Yeah, probably using Excadrill would have been better. Oh my gosh, where's Excadrill going, man? We don't necessarily need to catch every last one, man. We just need to find them. Okay, we'll get a few Pokemon caught before waiting on the last one. Oh, we found Galarian Slowpoke here too, I see. So this isn't just a special normal hyperspace zone, it's like a super special zone. Which is the only way of countering unique variants of Pokemon you've already met, so... In this case, we found a Galarian Slowpoke. And now we're about to get a Galarian Slowbro. We've seen these in side missions quite a bit, but we haven't actually seen them yet. Until now. Boy, they are targeting us directly. Oh, if you're gonna follow me, in that case, we're gonna take you out first then. Okay. Meanwhile, it's somehow failed to catch, despite it being very supposedly easy. And again, it failed. What is going on? That's twice it refused to get caught. That was with having all the extra stuff there. I assume Slowking was actually the Pokemon we're looking for, I imagine. But who knows? Oh, it doesn't help that this one's an alpha. Okay. Oh my gosh, they're all tanky in their own way. Seems like every last one of them had a lot of health. Alright. Well, we got all the stuff we could eat so far. It doesn't mean we've gotten everything, but in fact, we've only just begun. At least also a steel type, so we could try using that. I just realized, yeah, that in the end they're also still Slowpoke, so they won't fight us unless we fight them first. So in that case, we will leave them be. Beyond that, as you might have guessed, these seem extra important. So I guess these are your only ways to do 5-star wild zones, basically. You only get these through the special scan. Everything else has to be found normally. My goodness, look at all these balls right close together. It's like they're handing us berries now. Oh boy. I assume these are the only ways to get other super berries like Roseberry, Culver berries, and all that stuff. So we're basically getting the same drops as we would normally get inside one of those mega zones. They're just even better. And of course, because we're entering these, we also get to do some of them. Oh, this is probably the other Pokemon we was looking for. We have a Galarian Quillfish as well we can get, though. Oh yeah, and we did get a Galarian version as well. Alright, perfect. Somehow, we managed to get everything in our first try. It didn't look easy, but we got it done. Yeah, using a ground type that is also steel type partially is really helpful against poison Pokemon. Otherwise, you'd have to deal with them constantly poisoning you. Actually, we should keep this open for now. At least until he Mega evolves. I'm still sort of staying true to the word, but by that I mean, but once we're getting close to done, we're just going to teleport and get out of here quickly before we do anything else. I guess the Pokemon we got were Galarian Quillfish already, which is good. Alright. Since we have the treasure haul power, we may as well go for all these mega stuff that are around. Alright. Well, I guess this is important after all. So these are great, actually, then, for getting stuff done. And you don't necessarily have to do them. You could always just rotate them around by, say, on Never Fame. But once you actually do the special scan, I don't think you can change what you get. Anyways, there you go, guys. That's the new special scan feature. That was basically our main reward, besides unlocking all these side missions that the DLC did. So now while we're still around, let's continue with our thing that we should be doing, which is DLC missions and side missions. We still need a Feebas. We still need a Survivor as well. So we're going to try and battle Lita now. So yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, there are rebattles against all the other trainers. If you ever wonder why we set up Mega Lucario, well, one of those battles is a solo battle where Mega Lucario is our solo option only. Which is not fun if you are not prepared for it. But, first we have to find first. I don't know about you, but I might want to do a warm-up battle with Lita first. I say warm-up as in Lita's not really that tough. Not trying to hate on anyone who might be fans of that. I'm just saying that we've been able to beat her pretty easily in the past. And if we're really worried, we could just run with our Raichu or someone else. We might just run with our Raichu, honestly, actually. We haven't used Raichu enough. But Anon, no. These later battles especially are going to be extra tough. So we do need to be cautious. Oh, okay. At least there's an obvious way to get here. Alright. Yoshi, ready to battle? Well, yeah, ready as I ever will be. What's funny is we do not do it in hyperspace this time. We do it outside here, so we'll all be level 100 instead of level 200, which is interesting. Okay, here goes. First of many big side battles against one of our former rivals. Still technically a rival, though. Okay, you really do like using water types. But we better just hurry up and take you out first before switching to Raichu and Mega Evolving him. No, there's also ice types I see too. Ooh, this is trickier than I expected. Use special attack to try and protect against her, because you probably more than likely uses special moves exclusively. We do have healing moves though, and as fun as it would be to beat each of these without using healing, it'd be probably easier to use it. Alright. Wow, all that and she still survived. To be fair, these Pokemon are all level 92. They're not necessarily easy to take out. So although we have strong moves, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be easy. If you wonder why I picked Nuzzle over Thunder Punch, it's just because it's fast and it also paralyzes them if for some reason our first move doesn't paralyze. Okay. I figured if she was probably take out at least someone at some point. Honestly, we actually did what we needed to do, and now we just need to take out the rest or come on with the Pokemon we have left. Here goes, Starmie. Shine like the star you are. Alright. Anyways, one of these big battles against our rivals is definitely going to be different. For now, these rival battles are more like our traditional battles again. They're just higher level, obviously. They're not even necessarily 100, they're just like 90-ish. Which is still a lot, but still more than manageable with a level 100 team. Thanks, Starmie. At least we showed them some of our best moves. But this next battle is very different. It has to be done with just Lucario. Lita, that ruled. Karina, how long have you been there? Since right about when your battle started. Well, speaking of which, Karina, hello. Why were you two battling anyway? I'm feeling stressed recently. I thought a good battle with Quilioshi might help get my groove back. You know what? I think, Lita, you're amazing, huh? You're part of TMZ, the crew that saved all of Luminose. If you haven't was hanging out with someone as crazy strong as Quilioshi, you must be amazing. Plus, you got something that's all on your own. You're dancing. You and your Starmie move like you share one mind. Well, Karina, that means a lot. And stress you're talking about, Lita, reminds me when I first took up the mantle of Mega Evolution Successor. I had to learn so much about Mega Evolution. There's still so much I don't know, though. Anyway, there'll be another successor, so I'll have to figure out when to pass it on to them. But I've decided to focus on what I know for sure I can do. That's what's helped me keep moving forward. That's helpful to hear. Thanks, Karina. To Quilioshi, your good friend. Thank you. Alright. We got Lita's Lament completed, which gives us some rare candies, as if we needed more of those. I could help. Now I could go back to worry about my own problem. What's problem is that? Mega Evolution is even more mysterious to me now than when I first started. I wish someone would just tell me its deal. Alright. Okay, let's go back to Hotel Z, though. We see all these side mission stuff here. These are all at Hotel Z. One of them is our actual rival. Another one's Naveen, and there's one other one that we haven't mentioned, but before we do that, we need to actually set up the battle again. I say again as in, well, we've had to do this quite a bit already in the past, but yeah, now we're gonna do it again. Annoyingly enough, we don't really have much choice in the setup. It has to be Mega Lucario, and I'm guessing you probably know what it is, yeah. So this is the fabled side mission I mentioned that is, like, actually officially the hardest, because the others, you can just overlevel them and get through them pretty easily if you know what you're doing. Because of the level hopping mechanic, it just makes them so easy. But this one, you actually need to use a specific setting. In my case, I'm using Bullet Punch, Close Combat, Aura Sphere, and Detect, because that's what the guide recommended. And of course, I maxed out my attack as greatly as possible, though I feel like I could have also maxed out special defense, because for some reason, this opponent we are facing likes to use lots of special defense move stuff, but our attack is stronger, so we can him or her faster if we use that. And beyond that, we also need a Mega Evolution ready. I'm not actually sure if we got that ready or not. I don't think the game automatically gives it to us, so because we Mega Evolved in that last battle, there's a good chance we might have not got it now. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to use Bullet Punch a bit for now. I think a good spot to go is probably here, though. Last time we were here, this is a big spot that had stuff. Well, used to have lots of stones. Not anymore, it doesn't, though. Doesn't really matter what we find, too. If we find even one thing, we can still battle. Okay. So the idea was to get ourselves just before we Mega Evolve, and because it's so tedious, if we fail this for any reason and we don't have Mega Evolution back, we should probably save before we do anything else. But anyways, yes, we need to specifically go to the roof, if you're wondering. Say our promise, and then afterwards... Guess what? It's Karina. Karina is the one we're fighting, so we're actually gonna face... It's gonna be a mirror match between Lucario, well, actually not true mirror match. It's gonna be Mega Lucario on our side versus Mega Lucario Z. Yeah, that's the mysterious Pokemon we're facing. Hey, Yoshi. Can I ask you a favor? One Pokemon trainer to run our... Thanks, teammate. Well, the favor I want to ask is this. Face me in a real Pokemon battle. One-on-one, Lucario one-on-one, no holds barred. Yeah, this is the side mission that's interesting. This is what we prepared for. This one, unlike the other, I actually cheated, looked up ahead. But to be fair, Lucario's a strong Pokemon. Was probably going to upgrade at some point. But yeah, this is why we IV trained our Lucario, is for this battle. Talk to me once your only guy on your team is a single Lucario, and get ready for an explosive battle. Alright, well, we're going to save our progress just in case, because if we have to go back and get Mega, it could take a very long time, so we're going to do that at last. Looks like we're both ready. Let's get this battle going, you bet. But hang on, where we're going to fight? This place is kind of tiny. Ready, Lucario? Okay, we fight down here. Alright, that makes more sense. I like how now this is only our second time actually battling Karina for real. And it's just a 1v1 Lucario versus Lucario. And the interesting part about it is we get to both Mega Evolve at once. So we got our Lucario versus her Mega Lucario Z. Time to give it all we got. She's probably going to want to do a strong move right off the bat. So the reason why we picked up Detect is we're going to try and Detect first. Oh, that was so fast, dude. We weren't even ready for that. Excuse me. Focus Pass went way too quickly. It delayed so much that it didn't even work. Alright. Yeah, this might take a few tries. Because this is a solo battle, it kind of just comes down to how fast we could do it, and we probably should have used our big move when we did. That actually lowered our defense, made us take more from Focus Fast. The question is, do we actually get freely given it? This is what I wanted to check. Okay, this time she got it off before we did. If we can't even get Mega Form off, then we won't even be able to protect at all. I just realized she always does this first, too. So I think in reality we'll want to start with our quick move to bait out a Detect. Then it'll be weakened. Except, well, not really. It just hit us anyway. That's strange. It still one-shots us anyway. What's strange is she was also able to use it twice. Okay, I think we have an idea. So I initially thought I wanted to use Detect first, but then Focus Blast hit quickly before we could even do anything. So in reality, what we should have done is use Mega Evolve. Okay, well, looks like we don't have to save after all then. So we'll use our quick move. The only reason we have our quick move, our iron move, was for detect, obviously, as you might have guessed. She always detects first, and then it seems like she really likes using Focus Blast next. This is why we needed high special defense, because she almost exclusively likes using Focus Blast for some reason. Okay, well, that was way too early. We do have to use it, but not early like that. The detect is for, obviously, that move. But it seems like it's way tighter timing than expected, so yeah. Remember that old Pikachu battle? It's basically like this, but 10 times harder. That one you can out-level, this one you cannot, so this is the true hardest battle in the game right here. We trained pretty much all we could. We can't really do much else. To be fair, it's also kind of a weird battle. Because we are not Z-evolved, we are actually at a disadvantage because the big thing about the Z power is it's even stronger and gives her even more power than normal. So there's not much to do but just follow the strategy and hope you detect in time to actually take the hit. Oh, still just straight up one-shot us. Okay, hey, we straight up might not even have enough defense. Seems like it's the same every time. We just keep getting one hit all at once. Even with our close combat strat, it's still not working. Yeah, needless to say, we kind of have to actually hit this protect, or we may even have to avoid it entirely. I never actually realized, but there's a good chance we might actually have to avoid Focus Blast, because something else I forgot to mention, this game does still allow you to avoid stuff, so that might be what I actually have to do. I know we have to be out Detect first, and try to detect the Focus Blast, but I'm not sure if Focus Blast can be blocked, actually. Come to think of it, it may not be blockable at all, actually. Is that something that I don't know about? If so, then I probably need to avoid it instead. Well, let's try it. Okay, well, it does kind of chase us, so it'd probably be hard to just run around and avoid it. Still, that's nasty. Like, what in the world? Okay, now do you see why I mean even more now? You thought that our character is tough. This battle will make you hate Karina even more. We're making this video longer, by the way. I don't care. I want to actually win this. We're not ending this video until Karina is beaten. Still, it's so annoying that unless you know what to do, the pretty much exact same thing's gonna happen every time. And it's not like we could just detect right away either. It seems like detecting early just messes up every time. That either has to be used early or late. The first time we used it too early. The second time we used it too late, so we kind of have to time it just right. After, of course, being able to detect of our own first. Again, too early. The fact she delays a lot is super annoying. It's like, it's pretty much there to throw you off. Like, pretty much every other trainer would be like, oh, use this move right away, and block it right away. But that move's extra fast for some reason. If they had made Focus Fast a little bit slower, I probably would have at least blocked it once or twice already. But yeah, in case you haven't noticed, we kind of have to detect that. We don't detect that, we just straight up lose. That's crazy. Just because of this awkward timing is the main reason that we've lost. We could have probably won on our first or second try if we just know what to do, but yeah. Of course, like I said, we have to Mega Evolve, so that doesn't give us much choice on our item. If it were up to me, I'd actually give him a Focus Sash instead. Focus Sash would allow him to, well, survive on one hit HP, then we make plus move, and then we take him out. Okay, again, she just delayed so long. Like, how long do we have to wait? I don't know why, but this one is just extra trolly. Thank you, Karina. Why do you have to wait so long? It's like you're waiting for me to use detect on purpose. It's like this AI knows exactly what to do. Delays just enough that if you try and react to it, you'll detect too late. But if you don't react at all, you won't. I think there's only one error option. And by that, I mean we run at her, make her block, then run away, and then use detect so that it'll have time to actually chase us first. And then after that, we probably just have to go for the quick attack and win. So we'll do that. We'll bait out her attack and try and get Lucario to come back quickly. Okay, well, that straight up just didn't work at all. Okay, we might have to look up something. Because it seems like about what I've done, it seems like detect doesn't... Maybe it's actually... We're gonna have to try something different. I think detect is automatically failing. Could it be that detect actually doesn't work? If that's the case, we should have probably actually gone with the other one, which is protect. There are two different types of moves. I just thought it'd be interesting to use detect instead, but in reality, let's just use protect instead. Maybe protect is what we actually need. So we'll change it to that, and this time let's see if that makes a difference. Because it seems like detect just isn't working. I think the reason is because Mega moves usually go through it anyway. But maybe it's just for detect and not for protect. That's probably why I was losing, because for some reason on our first try, we somehow did manage to actually survive the focus blast all the same. But yet whenever we tried to do it now, it just doesn't work. It's so weird. Yeah, that's what it is. And because she's also Mega, we can't go through her detect either. Yeah. That, I was literally an idiot. That's what it was. So note to self, fools. Don't waste 12 minutes of your life trying to use detect. Put protect on instead, because that's the only way you'll block the move otherwise. So for detect, it's either you avoid the move entirely, or if it's a mega move, you just get the full damage, which is usually a one-shot. So, yeah, protect instead, fools. This is what should have happened. I've been defeated. She has been defeated indeed. Well, we made that unnecessarily difficult. In case you're wondering, yeah, that strategy I did is the strategy you should use. And note to self, never use detect, fools. Detect is weak. Protect is way better. What an explosive battle. I could tell that both Lucario didn't hold anything back. With strong bonds like that, you shouldn't have any troubles putting this Mega Stone to good use. Alright, good. I enjoy your battle. I go after all that, I changed one thing and instantly won on my next attempt. Each other's kindness and give each other courage, the world will be full of smiles. Thanks, Yoshi, that was great, and I did not see what she said before. Maybe I was tired of losing to her. That's why I skipped it. Bally, you brought back a good memory. A match from a few hours ago that lives in my heart. I was actually about to look up something, too, when I just realized I haven't tried Protect yet. And certain enough, yeah. Don't be an idiot like me and use Detect. Use Protect only. I'm really glad I came to Luminose, but I got to meet you and the rest of the team. Wait a minute. Then that means we could also just go straight for close combat. If our detect doesn't work, we could just straight up skip that too. Let's battle again sometime. My Lucario would run a rematch too. We could just use something right... No, I guess it would cut it in half maybe, but... If that trick works the way it is, we might be able to actually Wait. Oh, okay. She said she'd have a rematch with me. In reality, she wasn't going to. What I was gonna test is maybe we could just use close combat right away and just win right away, because if that trick worked anything like it did now, then more than likely, because she's not using Protect and using Detect instead for some strange reason, I think just using close combat would actually work, because then she'd not block it and we'd actually just one-hit her right away. If that's the case, then this might actually be as simple as just using close combat and not making mistakes. But even then, if you have Protect, as you can see, you can still very well win. My method I did was just one of many methods. There's probably others, but the idea typically, if you're worried, is bait out Detect with our other move. Aura Spear is there for backup in case for some reason you don't one-hit her, but if you have the right stats, you should be able to one-hit her with close combat. And then before that, delay a bit, use Protect, so you protect the move that is Focus Blast. And after surviving that, just quickly use close combat to take her out, as she should no longer have any defense, and then you should win about every time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until then, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, and yeah, shoutouts. And by the way, spoiler warning, Detect is terrible, don't use it. Protect is way better. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.